Hello, everybody, and welcome to another matchup from our Summer 2022 tournament. Today's matchup is going to be between Bob Pineapple and Silly Dabbit. And just so that everyone is aware, this is a vodcast. This actually happened previously. We weren't able to cast it live on the DW Randomizer channel, and so we're going ahead and getting it taken care of. I am Sneaky Lost. With me in the commentator's booth is Stag. We've got Archfield running the technical stuff on the back end and the tracker.
Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, wherever you may be.
So, torch, gold, and a key. Those stats are not looking very pleasant. I mean, strength of 9 is not the worst I've seen, but it's also not necessarily good.
Yeah, it looks like both runners are running with a strength HP build today. And Bob Pineapple's going back in and saving some gold.
Yeah, that way if there's a nearby town, he, can potentially get something. 500 is almost enough for a hand axe. Silly Dabbit technically has hand axe money in his pocket right now, although this warlock is... Oh, no, he manages to get from it. Druids have a hurt spell.
The Kings decided to set up a coastal castle. It's good real estate if you can find it.
Yeah, I mean, makes a lot of sense. A nice port town, a lot of potential trade.
And Silly Dabbit up to level 2.
Yep, 9 power is great. 3 hit points, 13 magic points, and a stop spell.
Could become important.
Yeah, that strength is a really nice shot in the arm. Now they're able to really consistently take on any tier 0 and maybe even tier 1, but not that metal scorpion that Silly Dabbit just ran into. That's gonna send him back home. But it doesn't look like there are any nearby shops anyway, so...
So, yeah, this is going to be a little bit of an early, slow grind, but I might as well settle in.
Yeah, this is looking like one of those starts where you're going to want to grind up to like 5 or 6 or something. These magicians are going to be possible. Yep, did defeat the magician, 8 and 16. Courage and Wit has served thee well. Thou hast been promoted to the next level. 15 power, 13 speed, 9 hit points, 5 magic points, and a sleep spell. That is an interesting start so far, and they have both hit level 3. Bob Pineapple does go into the next town. It is the town of Brackenary, home of the 6 Gold Inn. We'll leave a torch on for you. And in here we have, oh, there's a broadsword, there's half plates. He's actually going to buy chainmail because that's all he can afford right now. But yeah, that's got some decent stuff in there for some early game going-ons.
And Silly Dabbit finding the same town, able to get the same chainmail also. These two runners are pretty much neck and neck here. Exactly the same experience, too.
Absolutely. The only difference is Bob hasn't taken a death and didn't lose half his money. But then again, anything can happen. He will actually be picking up a dragon scale for an extra 2 defense points. It's just a nice value pick. And a couple of torches just in case he finds a cave. He'll be able to explore it a little bit easier. Also, a couple of torches can come in handy if you run into something with a lot of defense. You run into like that metal scorpion or even a rogue scorpion. Couple of torches thrown at them can actually take them out.
Yeah, with the gold there, I wouldn't have been surprised if there was some fairy water purchase. That's the town to do it.
That is the town to buy the fairy water in, other than Cantlin. I wonder if they just forgot about that.
Yeah, with the wolves and metal scorpions, fairy water becomes very useful.
Yeah, in the randomizer at least, it does have the same effect as effectively a hurt spell. So 9 to 16 damage. Oh, hello! Level 4 has hurt more. Never mind. Who needs torches? We have hurt more. Level 4 hurt more with 19 MP is enough to be able to do it. You've got this area with these wolves right next to Breckenary is a great early grind. Yeah, you're gonna see these levels pop fast. And in fact, here's level 5 right now. Urgent Wit has served thee well. Response speed 5, hit points 2, magic 6, heal spell, repel spell.
And Silly Dabbit putting the wolf to sleep to get to that next level also will get rewarded with hurt more if he can get there. And yes.
Yeah, sleep spell really useful at those kind of situations, but now he's got the hurt more spell, and now these runners are off to the races. This is still very much a neck and neck scenario here. Bob has found himself a cave. We'll see what's down there. And another level, 12 power, 1, 1, and 1. So this strength is just starting to scale. And a magic key! This is actually a pseudo key grind right here, because you can just go back in as many times as you want. Hey, yeah, Bob's gonna take this wyvern no problem with the hurt more. I mean, it's another 60 experience points. There's no reason not to. Personally, I would have been tempted to just grind up 6 keys right there while I had a chance in Freebie Cave. Here's Jerk Cave, which is something you definitely want to make a note of if you're mapping, because you're going to need to get back to him once you get everything taken care of.
Yeah, I probably would have skipped on the 6 keys, but I would have certainly picked up a second key.
Yeah, that way you can do an armory check. Oh, there's Charlock.
I don't know if we know how to get there yet.
Yeah, that looks like that's either going to be second continent, or that's going to be, like, going all the way around and back up. Oh, 2 hits and Metal Slime ran away for Bob. Does run into a Magi Wyvern, does burn the Magi Wyvern. He's going to have winner winner chicken dinner with 83 experience points, and will be sent to the next level. Power 1, response speed 4, hit points 0, magic points 14.
At the same time, Silly Dabbit gets to 6 also.
So now that's 40 MP Bob Pineapple has. That is 8 hurt mores on tap. He's got the ammunition now to really start hitting some of these upper mid-tier encounters. Also at 578 gold, he does have enough to go do like a basement check and buy up more keys, and then do a check for, you know, do an armory check. Oh, he found another town up here. It is the town of Remuldar, the place to buy keys normally. However, there's also a shop here. He does have hand axe money, and there is a hand axe on offer. There's also a silver shield on offer, something interesting to keep in mind just in case a gold grind comes into play. There's a silver shield not too far away.
And a cave.
Now, also pointing out in chat, with Hurtmore, getting key money doesn't really take that long. This is valid. Silly Dabbit seems to be hanging around Breckenary. That 6 gold inn is the cheapest inn in all of Alfgard. Ooh, Magi Wyvern's with stop spell blocks that hurt more. and sends him back home before he could do much more than stick his nose in.
Yeah, I think that was Swamp North.
Yeah, you went straight south, that's Swamp North. He will go ahead and do an armory check. There's the armor! Erdrick's armor is in the armory. Couple of herbs, and a fighter's ring. And he actually remembers to put it on. Good job. However, that was his last key. Then again, Remildar is very close and has keys on offer as well. But that Erdrick's armor is going to really help Bob deal with a lot of potential problems that are no longer going to be problematic for him. Sillydabbit killed off that metal slime for 224 experience points. Courage and Wit has served thee well. Power by 5, response speed 6, hit points 4, magic by 3, and the spell of Heal More at level 7. Or 8.
It will be useful later.
Yeah, at only 40 hit points, it kind of feels bad to use it now. Sillydabbit also finds Freebie Cave with the key in it. BobPineapple actually going after this gold man with DL2 breath.
It's very impolite.
That's some Indiana Jones level trapping the gold there.
And Sillydabbit going for that second key.
Makes a lot of sense. I mean, you're wandering right by it again. You might as well pick it back up.
Yeah, and now has 2 keys, so can go into the treasury and then go back and buy more keys behind the lock.
Not only that, but BobPineapple just ran into an armored knight that has baby breath. So that makes them less dangerous than usual.
And Sillydabbit gets the good news.
And also remembers to put on that fighter's ring. I cannot tell you how many times I've forgotten to do that. Bob picking up a couple of keys. Sillydabbit also buying some keys in the castle, and he's probably going to be checking out the basement here in a sec. Yep. That's Mountain Cave, I believe. No, it is not. That's Tablet.
It's always kind of unfortunate to do this cave without outside, but since you're here already...
Yeah, it really feels bad to try and bonk your way through it because there are no monsters in here, and there was just some gold, unfortunately. So if you lose your way in the dark, that's a reset, and that always feels really bad. And immediately on the other side of Swamp is another cave, and that's Mountain Cave.
So when BobPineapple went to Remildar to get more keys, did he actually open the chest in there also? I didn't notice.
Didn't see him do that, no.
And just like that, Silly Dabbit up to level 9, taking down the Armored Knight. We're going to get a look at that second level of the mountain here. With a token. And a cursed belt. And once again, I missed what was in the Remolder chest. Alright, Silly Dabbit gets the hand axe that time.
Yeah, Bob didn't have enough MP for a hurt more, so he just slept and ran from that werewolf, trying to get to this last chest here. Unfortunately, it's just an herb.
Ooh, setting up a death warp here.
And there is gold in the armory, isn't there?
I don't believe in the armory, but there was in the basement. The tablet cave was in the basement, and that had gold.
Yeah, so there's your gold grind. That'll be your silver shield. You might want to get like a broadsword if you want. I haven't seen a flame sword in any of these towns, unfortunately, but you know, you could definitely get the silver shield at the least, and that's going to be the final shield and final armor in the game.
And does not need to check the treasury. He opened all 5 in the mountain. With the 8 chest little glitch, he is able to grind on this completely.
Oh, absolutely. And for those of you in the audience who may not know what we're talking about here, Dragon Warrior only had the ability to remember the first 8 chests you open in a given area. When you hit the overworld, it resets, so you don't have to worry about it in most cases. But because he never hit the overworld because he death warped after opening 5 chests, you have the 3 chests in the armory that count as being taken every time you go in there, because it's just how the game works. That's 8 chests. This is chest number 9, so the game kind of forgets how to, you know, remove the chest at that point. So you could just open it as many times as you want. And Dabbit has hit level 10, 2, 2, 6, and 6. And what was that was on that spike tile?
I think that was an Axe Knight.
That's
I'm
actually,
not 100%.
That's a really interesting grind spot then, because that's relatively close to the castle. So, yeah. That is an Armored Knight, okay. Armored Knights, 2 hurt mores with a little bit of luck. They do have baby breath, so that makes them a little less scary than they otherwise would be. Bob Pineapple now leaving Tablet Cave with 17 grand to his name. That's going to definitely be Silver Shield plus Broadsword money. He's going to immediately come back and save that just in case. But yeah, that Armored Knight is a definite candidate for a grind if it's even needed. I mean, at level 10, you're looking at some pretty I mean, you don't have the hit points, obviously, and you need more magic points for that matter. But, I mean, at only level 10, your stats are looking pretty decent. Ooh, Silly Dabbit found the token and the belt, and this is Upper Grave.
This is Mountain 2.
Oh, Mountain. Okay.
So, but setting up well for a death warp out of here also.
Absolutely.
Maybe a little bit lost.
Yeah, bunking your way through these is definitely more of an art than a science, and that was a reset from Bob?
Yeah, he saved, fortunately. He got taken out by an armored knight, so had to go back and reclaim his shield money.
Yeah, that's why the safety save went off. That just saved him a lot of hassle. And there's that same armored knight. This time, however, the Hurtmore does land. And the second one also lands, and that should be it.
Yeah, but Silly Dabbit definitely taking the death warp. Putting on the dragon scale he already had on will use the turn and make sure that the werewolf is able to attack him.
Bob taking down a green dragon. All of these higher tier enemies are trying to keep him from getting that shield. They know if he gets this shield, it's gonna be game over for them. And there's that baby breath I was talking about.
Oh, I don't know. Silly Dabbit might have forgotten that the gold was in the basement. Nope. Okay, going around.
Well, Bob has picked up the silver shield, which brings his defense points all the way up to 70, which is a really good start. I mean, as you can see now, it is orange, and on the tracker, orange stats means you're getting close to Dragon Lord viable. That chest, he did check that chest in Rimildar because he missed it earlier, so good on him for checking that. Wasn't anything useful, but you've got to check it because every so often it is something like the Stones of Sunlight.
And Silly Dabbit has made it to the gold chest in the dark in the tablet cave. There's some good navigation.
Yeah, that's definitely, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't try that, but then again, they don't call me Sneaky the Lost for nothing. Question in chat, what has happened? As a quick recap, level 6, hurt more, level 7, heal more, Erdrick's armor in the armory of Tantagel Castle. So, they've already found Mountain Cave, got the gold grind glitch enabled. Bob has already picked up his silver shield. Silly Dabbit is getting it right now.
He's pretty close by. The first couple levels were a little bit of a slowish grind, but then once they were able to get hurt more, it really kind of took off. Strength came pretty quickly.
Metal Slime shows up. Metal Slime immediately runs away. You really can't blame it at this point.
And Silly Dabbit is through. And is going back to save. Okay.
Yeah, always good. Bob taking on some of these Wraith Knights for some decent XP gains. And it is the town of Hawksness that he has found, which is a check and a spike tile. We'll see what's there. Spectres have hurt more, which is annoying. Now at level 10, they've got a lot of strength, they've got good defense. What they do not have, however, is much in the way of hit points, at only 48 HP. And Axe Knights have healed more, which kind of feels badman.jpg. And that's exactly what is on the spike tile. Axe Knights have deal 2 breath and heal more.
Again, that's just not very nice.
How blue.
Okay, so Silly Dabbit does get his silver shield. They're back even there.
So that Armored Knight in Swamp Cave, actually probably the better grind.
Yeah, I agree, definitely.
Yeah, normally you see an Axe Knight grind on offer, and you're immediately like, yes, please, more of this. But at the same time, when it's got hurt more, when it's got deal 2 breath and heal more, that makes it a lot less attractive. Now these wizards have Stop Spell, which is completely useless to use, since they both have Eredit's Armor, which renders you immune to that spell. Ooh, 0 hit points at level 11. As Empty Eye would say, I love it!
Looks like Silly Dabbit's gonna actually take down the wizard here.
Well, they wouldn't let him run away, so, you know, that's your other option. And yeah, with the baby breath on that Armored Knight, that's gonna be the grind to go for if you have to grind.
And running away from the wizards with Stop Spell, I agree with chat. That seems not the right move, unfortunately.
Oh, Silly Dabbit runs into an Axe Knight. He doesn't know that Axe Knight's got something on blast. He does now realize that it's got heal more. He's gonna cast a Stop Spell. And does manage to take it down. He does not know they've got DL2 breath.
I think at this point, Silly Dabbit does know that the only path is through the second continent now.
Meanwhile, Bob taking what I believe was an intentional death warp here on this Armored Knight.
Yeah, it is the fastest way to replenish.
Is Bob already grinding?
I think so. Bob's trying to get to level 12 at least.
I would have probably at least tried to find the stones and the harp first before I started like doing a dedicated grind, because you never know how much experience you're going to be picking up along the way to get your laundry list taken care of.
Well, I mean, they're at 74 defense with the armor and the shield. If you're able to get that up a little bit higher, having repel, you can make for a lot faster walking.
That's true, but on the other time, if you're spending time grinding and end up not needing to do that, you know, there's something to be said for either strategy.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't grind to level 15 right now, but uh, you'd be pretty hard pressed to win at level 13. It's happened. And we do have Bob in chat right now, saying that HP was his reasoning.
Oh, yeah, that's actually kind of viable. At only 48 hit points? Yeah. I mean, you're still one-shottable by a DL2 breath, even with Erdrick's armor on. That really hurts. So yeah, that does make sense in a logical manner.
The sillydabbit has found the grave, and that's where Bob is going right now also.
So yeah, this is really a neck-and-neck race. First chest in upper grave is a torch. Second chest has a werewolf sitting on it. Some wings. Oh man, upper grave had some Red Bull. It gave him wings.
The torch will be very happily received there.
Yeah, less bonking, more better.
So Bob is going to the bottom of the grave. It looks like sillydabbit's heading back. He's not gonna dive.
That's an interesting decision. Usually if you've got keys when you hit grave, the general strategy is dive to the bottom of grave, get those last two checks taken care of, because if there's something important down there, you don't want to have to re-dive. But level 12 for sillydabbit, 2, 4, 6, 7, and outside.
And that's the big difference, I think, right there. Bob had the outside.
Cursed belt there.
Yeah, when I've already done the gold grind, going all the way to the bottom of the grave, especially without outside, really makes me unhappy.
There is that, although you can always death warp out.
Okay, down to the last level, we get gold!
Well, at least now Bob knows that there's nothing left of use in grave, and he's going to go on his merry way.
Armored Knights also with stop spell. That is very happy.
Yeah, Armored Knights with baby breath and stop spell. that makes them a very attractive grind option, given that they are in swamp. Blues, on the other hand, have hurt more. And sleep. Ooh, blue dragons have the Diet Wombo. That's a Charlock enemy. That means this dive could get interesting. Wyverns have sleep, jerkbirds confirmed, and baby breath.
Yeah, if you can land the stop spell on the blue dragon, that becomes a viable enemy also.
And at level 13, we finally found almost 30 hit points. Now our stats are looking a lot better than they used to be. 84 hit points is still not enough to be taking on any Dragon Lords, but it's certainly a heck of a lot closer than 54. Ooh, Silly Dabbit finding the town of Cantlin. Not just the Great Mall of Cantlin, but also where the coordinates are found.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that they keep the mall map behind Lock and Key, but what are you gonna do?
Well, you can't let just anyone have access to it.
"29 south and 14 east. That seems like it would be countable.
Yeah.
Ooh, Silly Dabbit gets the broadsword. That's a good pickup.
Yeah, that's just value stats.
Okay, so Silly Dabbit's back in Hawks, and it's gonna be checking out this Axe Knight here.
Sorry about that. My internet is being intermittent.
You remembered to... oh, the sword! It's always right after you buy the weapon, too.
I mean, that's your RNG manip. Yeah, there was a comment from one of the runners here, Bob Pineapple in chat. The AK-47s were everywhere on this map. Yeah, but with, you know, the fairly neutered abilities, that's actually not a bad thing. I mean, AKs with Stop Spell and Baby Breath? I'm actually surprisingly okay with this. A lot better than these Axe Knights with Hurt More and Heal More. Oh no, excuse me, DL2 Breath and Heal More. And Bob has now found the town of Garanham, which has 3 chests in the back, plus a staircase. Now,
So what do we have left?
It's Harp turn in?
The Staff of Rain? Yeah.
It almost has to be staff turn in at this point.
I think it does. I think it does.
And of course, NPC pet. Oh, there's the silver harp to turn in right there. That's convenient. And of course, NPC pathing, the true final boss of the game. Silly Dabbit hits level 13, 4, 3, 30, and 11. So he's got his hit points. Yep, and immediately Bob gets his Staff of the Rain. Now all he needs is the stones. He knows where the jerk is already. And we have coal. 4 steps south from the bath and coal, there it is. I don't even know why he's checking this. He's got the best gear in the game.
No, he doesn't
I
have the
think he
bronze
just
sword.
realized it. He's like, wait a minute, I've got everything. So 4 steps south of the bath of coal, there is the fairy flute. Wait a minute, the flute? 4 steps south from the bath and coal. Where have I heard that before?
And remembers to put on the dragon scale while he's there.
Oh, right. Bob hasn't gotten his Erdrick sword yet. He's still rocking a hand axe. So if there was a broadsword on offer there, it would have been something he could have easily picked up real quick.
Now, Silly Dabbit is working out a fairly efficient grind on these Axe Knights, catching up on experience pretty quickly.
So, where might the stones be? We've seen Grave, we've seen Mountain, we've seen Garanham.
Coordinates.
It's gotta be coordinates. I don't think there's any other place left. Which means Death Necklace is down in Charlock almost certainly, but unless they start getting 30 hit points a level for the next 2 or 3 levels, I don't really foresee the Death Necklace being useful.
So Silly Dabbit is going to refresh. The question is there going to be another level here? Another grind? Or going out and exploring?
Doesn't even check coordinates?
Silly Dabbit already got the coordinates. I think he's the only one who did. I don't think Bob has yet.
So Silly Dabbit is out still trying to perform the laundry list before they check on coordinates, I'm betting.
Yeah,
although if they get death warped, I'm almost certain Silly Dabbit is going to go ahead and try to count that out.
Definitely. At this point, nothing else is on the first continent, so stay here, explore for as long as you can. If you don't need the coordinates, you don't need the coordinates. You definitely are going to need Garanham.
Bob stepping back into Hawksmith, this time a little bit better kitted out, and that Axe Knight is not going to enjoy this turnabout.
And Silly Dabbit finds another armored knight. What are the odds?
Does take out this axe knight quite handily, and does go ahead and pick up his big stick.
Now, one more away from the next level. He's gonna stick around for that.
No, he's not. He's like, peace, I'm out.
I did not see that coming.
Sorry guys, I've got stuff I've got to do. Ah, here's Caitlin. Now he's gonna get his coordinates. And since we know the stones are gonna be on the coordinates, they almost have to be at this point. That's gonna be his laundry list taken care of, and he's in grind and go mode. Yeah, that was just confirmed by Bob in chat. Yeah, he knew at this point the stones had to be on the coordinates, so he was just beelining for Caitlin to get the coordinates. Now that he's got them, I'm anticipating that he's gonna try and head back home, either Death Warp or something, to try and count that out. Either that or just, you know, do a grind on these Axe Knights until you die and then do it.
Yeah, the jerk was back on the first continent, so...
Yeah, very close to the castle.
Yeah.
Silly Dabbit, having found Garen Ham, goes and gets their Staff of Rain. Yeah, level 14 has some interesting stats spread. Not quite go mode stats. The hit points really aren't there.
Silly Dabbit gets the bad news in coal, and it's just the flute. But that does give him similar knowledge to what Bob has, and that the stones at this point have to be on the coordinates.
Yep. Bob is now counting out the coordinates, as to be expected. Yeah, ideally you're gonna also want more MP, and there's Sherlock on Silly Dabbit's side.
Neither wings nor return, unfortunately.
But at least now he has confirmed where the entrance to Sherlock is. And Bob just found the Stones of Sunlight 2 steps away from the jerk!
Since I'm in the neighborhood...
Yeah, just did a stat check to see if he's got go mode stats. He decides he does not. Here's a blue.
Yeah, there's a note about convenient routing in chat, and between the silver harp right outside of the Staff of Rain cave and the stones right outside of the jerk. It's all very, very convenient.
A beginner beginner-friendly seed, if you will.
Not that I would call either of these two runners beginners.
No, definitely not.
Actually, it's often very humbling to watch good runners run an otherwise easier seed.
How does the saying go? Those who can do, those who can't talk about it.
And here we are.
And now Silly Dabbit has his rainbow drop. This is still very much a neck-and-neck race here. This could go either way, especially given we've got some obnoxious enemies in Charlock.
Nope, Bob took a 1 experience point lead. Game's over.
Yeah, the map is kind. The stats are not exactly amazing, but then again, they're only level 14. So, of course, you know what would be funny? Is at level 15, you get ghost stats, but not return. You beat the Dragon Lord, and you don't have wings, and you have to hero walk it back.
That is a long hero walk, too.
Because that's second continent. That's a long hero walk.
And I don't think you can buy wings anymore after you've defeated the Dragon Lord.
Yeah, I don't think any of the shops are open anymore at that point. Silly Dabbit also going to be grinding on these armored knights. Good choice. Bob has a couple of kills ahead of him now, but you know, Charlock is absolutely, not even the Dragon Lord, but the dive on Charlock is frequently the final boss. I mean, you got blues with Diet Wombo, or you know, obnoxious abilities. You've got you got all kinds of stuff that you can run into, and they just don't want to let you go. You can burn more resources than you can really afford that way, real quick. We also haven't seen what Reds can do yet.
So here's an interesting turn of events. It looks like Silly Dabbit has decided to forego the armored knights in the swamp and is going to go to the second continent for those axe knights.
That's interesting. Normally I would say that's an interesting play. Given the relative abilities of these things, I'm not sure if it's the better one. We will see.
And with 124 attack power, I think a melee on the blue dragon is probably a better play. With sleep also.
Yeah,
Wow.
with Diet Wombo, sleep and hurt more, these blues can really be annoying, and you can encounter these things in Charlock. You get slept, you get hurt more 2 or 3 times, having to burn an extra heal more can be all the difference between victory and failure against the Dragon Lord. You know, you get something like this encounter going on. I mean, he's had to burn a stop spell, 2 heal mores. That's more resources than you want to burn on your dive.
Yeah, that blue dragon encounter was a little bit painful, unfortunately.
American Wit has served thee well. Power 7, response speed 10, 3 hit points, 9 magic points, hurt, radiant, and return. So that's all of the spells, not really ghost stats. I mean, maybe ghost stats, but not really ghost stats. You really want to have more than 97 hit points for a very important reason. The Dragon Lord can breathe for a maximum of 48. You want to be able to eat 2 of those and still have at least 1 hit point left. With 95 hit points, you get double maxed and you can get killed. It's been done before. I've seen it happen on this channel. Heck, I've seen people take them down at even lower hit point levels, but I know I wouldn't want to.
Yeah, and only 10 heal mores in the tank at level 15 also. That makes that tough.
Yeah, only 10 heal mores in the tank, and you're only doing 15 to 7 for your range. So they are going to want at least level 16, maybe more, who knows? The hit points might stall again. Bob ran out of hurt mores. He's trying to head back to town to try and heal up. We'll go ahead and take this low-hanging armored knight fruit here. At this point, you can almost stop hurt mooring them. You've got an attack power of 131. You're going to be doing enough damage to these armored knights. You could just physical them down and save your mana for heal mores.
So Silly Dabbit's making some pretty good progress on these Axe Knights also. Getting more of them with one-shots than not.
Yeah, they are kind of dangerous, but at the same time, you know, a hurt more can one-shot them. It's a range, but it can happen a good chunk of the time, and that is a very fast grind, faster than these armored knights. Yeah, comment in chat. If I thought I had 2 to 3 levels to grind, I'd probably swing through, but since next level is almost certainly go mode, I go for hurt more strats. And you know, that's viable too. Ooh, Silly Dabbit getting hit with that DL2 breath by the Axe Knight.
Oh yeah, missed on the hurt more. Doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's often inconvenient.
So, does Silly Dabbit go back to Hawks for more Axe Knights, or does he settle on this Armored Knight grind that Bob has?
I'm guessing it's gonna be the Axe Knights again. Although he's able to see that the 1 hurt more than 2 swipes can take it out, so if he gets 1 or 2 more of those, he might realize that it's a viable option.
Yeah, because as I recall, Axe Knights also have heal more, which make them annoying.
Yep, heal more and DL2 breath, and that's what happened on the very last one that sent Silly Dabbit back. And Armored Knights it is.
I am am not surprised in the least.
So level
313,
16.
318.
Yeah.
That's go mode stats.
So 12 heal mores.
At 134 attack power is going to be 17 to 8.
Yep. So looking at about 12 and a half or so on a swing.
Especially if he
14
can manage it,
swings.
especially if he can manage a double at the beginning. Yeah. Also, at 93 defense points, he's repelling half of the enemies in Charlock. He's not repelling those blues yet, and the blues are the scary ones, because they're the ones with the Diet Wombo.
He is one more away from repelling the Axe Knights, which would be very welcomed.
Yeah, the Axe Knights with the Hurt More would be very welcome to repel. Yeah, the people in chat have their calculators out going 13 swings is a 64% chance of victory, 14 is a 93% chance, and 15 is almost guaranteed. Yeah, Bob does not need any fairy water. He's got enough attack power that he's basically doing the same damage fairy water would be doing anyway. So, does Bob make it on this dive? Because Silly Dabbit is close on his tail. It's not going to be more than a few more of these armored knights. If Bob fails this dive, Silly Dabbit's got an option to steal.
Bob is not going to attack on the way down. I would think Armored Knights is as spell happy as they are. It might be a decent slash on the way down.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't want to risk it. I mean, you know, you're level 16, you're at ghost stats that are a little sketchy, but should be viable. The last thing you want is for a Bob to surprise you and force you to burn a heal more. Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and use that herb there. Repel wore off. He hasn't put another one back up, unfortunately.
He has the MP to spare, but he might be saving it for some heals after the spike tile.
That's entirely possible. Uh-oh. Oh no! Thou art still asleep. Thou art still asleep! Oh no! This is exactly what I was saying. This kind of situation happening to you, forcing you to burn that heal more. Now is down to exactly 12 heal mores. This just got a lot sketchier.
And Silly Dabbit has caught up to level 16. Gonna stick around? That HP.
Another heal more. At this point, you've got 10 heal mores in the tank. I would abort at this point. I'd be like, no, I can't beat him on 10 heal more, not with my attack and hit points. I would bail, I would go back and do it again. And now he's at 9. Yeah, this is exactly what I was worried about happening. There's a reason we call the Red Dragons the foot police in this community. This is exactly why. We're now down to 60 and... Good lord! This is just gross. Yep, immediate outside spell. We're going back to town. Oh, man. Fortunately, there is a town not terribly far from here.
They're both at Cole.
Giving each other virtual high fives. This race just got a lot closer. Now, fortunately, Bob Pineapple realized there's no way I'm going to make this dive, immediately bailed out instead of trying to finish the dive, only to fail at the end. So he cut his losses, which was good on him. These guys are neck and neck right now. It is all down to encounter luck.
So Bob chanted repel before staying at the inn, and Silly Dabbit did not.
Yeah, Silly Dabbit's gonna cast it right before he drops the Rainbow Drop, I'm betting. Gives him a few more steps in Charlock that are repelling. Oh! Not repel! Yeah, pointing out in chat, that repelled before the hotel not only saved him the MP for the repel, it also saved him all of the encounters on the way over there, so... Yeah, but even so, they're... Oh. To get a... With that... This third night.
Okay, so Silly Dabbit's on the inside now also. Just about caught up.
Run off, not reaching. Ability is just a number, yada yada. It certainly feel that way.
Oh, and Red Dragons. Uh-oh. Tries to run with 21 and gets away.
Bob Pineapple using the fairy flute to guaranteed put the golem to sleep so he can immediately guaranteed run. It takes a little bit of time for that whistle music to go off, but I totally approve of this. Yeah, I wouldn't be risking it either at this point, and man. running into this Axe Knight, has blocked him twice, is going to force him to heal more. He's down to 11 heal mores now. Oh no.
They're both on the same floor.
Manages to run on first attempt on that golem. And it's a stone man on the spike tile. He's just gonna sweep it and wreck it. Oh, Stone Man just has a hurt spell. They are both on this Stone Man fight. They are neck and neck.
Now, sillydabbit still has 12 heal mores.
Is this going to come down to range on the Dragon Lord? And how many extra times do they have to hit the Dragon Lord?
This is crazy.
Now, sillydabbit has an extra heal more in the tank. Did not have to burn that heal more that Bob did. So, he has an edge in actually surviving this. However, Bob is the first one into DL2. And doesn't risk the double, and I don't blame him. This is so close.
Yeah, absolutely neck and neck.
sillydabbit does get the double on the Dragon Lord. The only question is, does Bob have enough heal mores in the tank to beat the Dragon Lord?
You know, this is going to be so close. It's entirely possible that having one fewer heal more could save Bob.
Yeah, because it's
swinging
one
at the
fewer
last
heal
second.
more you're casting, you just take that extra swing.
Yeah.
I mean, we're that close.
And Bob's a little further along in the fight.
It could also come down to ranges. If you roll high enough times and have one fewer swing you need to swing, that's what it could all come down to.
Okay, we're getting to the moment of truth here. Any second. Oh, big swing by Bob there.
And break out your GG! Bob Pineapple does defeat the Dragon Lord!
Wow, still had one extra attack ready to go, too.
And GG's again for sillydabbit. Man, what a close race.
GG's for both. Wow, so sillydabbit actually needed to use all 13 heal mores. I suppose if he had one fewer, he would have won on his last swing. But, wow. There's a matter of under 30 seconds right there.
That was an amazing finish, everyone. Yeah, Dabbit's just had some really abysmal luck with his rolls. Even with the opening double, he still needed an extra swing in there.
Yeah, as Beta has pointed out in the past, when you run into matches this close, there are a handful of little swing the match one way or the other. That blue dragon could have been it. I mean, so many little things. This was just an exceptional race.
Oh yeah, that first failed dive on Bob's could have spelled the difference. Yeah. Now the runners are in chat, but they're not able to come in to do any post commentary. But to both players, GG, you guys did an amazing race. Neither one of you made any major mistakes here. It just all came down to RNG. But y'all both ran this map excellently and acquitted yourselves honorably.
Yeah, GG's definitely. This was a superb race to have as a little matinee vodcast.
Now, later on this afternoon, we've got a couple more races coming up that you may want to be aware of.
I think we have a double header to get to in and out beforehand and get situated. We're going to have 2 double races going. Trying to pull up those names right now.
Yeah, same here.
I don't know if we have another vodcast coming up. I think that the first race, I want to say, is in a little over 3 hours.
Philip and Henry Canuck versus Z. That's your doubleheader at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Time is on Polly versus Beef Supreme TV and F. Coughlin versus 12:35. So we actually have 2 doubleheaders coming up this evening.
That'll be a lot of fun. I will be there for the 8 o'clock match. Yeah, definitely a busy day in the tournament.
Absolutely. But until then, this is Sneaky the Lost. With me in the commentator's booth has been Stags. Archfield Monk has been bringing us this podcast for us. And we'll see you at the next race.